Howdy folks, this is Tall Turtle here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today we're starting on this screen because we are going to do some fun things today. We haven't actually started any A to B flights, have we? We've just been kind of screwing around a little bit in the Flight Simulator, but that's okay. And yes, I do, for those of you who are wondering, I do plan on doing some X-plane flights still as well, mainly because the more I do this simulator, it seems to be more of a GA simulator right now. I've been trying to do some IFR stuff behind the scenes, and it's very difficult, and X-plane fulfills my IFR itch every once in a while. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get going here. What are we doing? I have some notes. We are going to find some animals today and actually find the animals today. No teasers this time. However, I want to do a few things. I want to go to my profile. And look at this, 6 hours I've done this behind the scenes. That's not very many, is it? What do we want to do? Wanted to go to, where is it? Profile. And I wanted to go through something. So I did go back and finish that training that I tried like 5 or 6 times. The one where I had to do the traffic pattern all on your own. I went back, first try, got it. So I don't know what my problem was before. I don't even care, but I got that out of the way. We're going to do some landing challenges soon and a bush trip very soon. I want to do those things just because I like to complete things. And since simulator is my thing, I'm going to do this stuff. I'm not going to view it as a game, but I am going to try it. I've been avoiding it, kind of ignoring it. And I'm like, you know what? Why not do these activities, they're called, and just do some of them over time, not like all right away or anything. So these are the stats so far. We're not going to go through, other than I've flown 1.5 million meters, which is how many miles? They're on your screen. I converted it. I don't know what that is at the moment. Otherwise, just goofy stuff. If you want to slow it down and see what the stuff says, doesn't really matter. Badges, haven't earned any yet. I think the first badge is doing 50 hours, so we'll see. Achievements, so I want to talk about these again, you know, kind of like the game side of things, which we're going to actually go through these and try to do them all at some point, I think. Why not, right? Do the challenges, the bush trips, anything else that pops up over here. Why not go for this stuff too over time? Some of this I've done, like I tested the fueling station. All you do is just taxi up to it and set your parking brake. And if you're at a gas fuel station, you'll get the fuel screen. Is quite detailed, actually. It's kind of cool. Did that one. This one is hilarious. I should have been recording because I took an airplane with the gear up, and I was looking at a bridge, holding the smart cam button, which I keep forgetting about. You know, I should put that on my yoke. I should put the smart cam button on my yoke and then put like the external reset button. Oh yeah, I'm thinking out loud. All right, that's a note to myself. Rearrange somewhere on my yoke the smart cam. That'll be helpful. Anyway, I was looking at a bridge, getting really close to it, and I accidentally landed on the bridge with my gear up, and because I was looking behind me to see the landmark thing, and I happened to be able to take off again. I wish I had on camera. It doesn't seem like a big deal now, but in the moment, for flights and people, it would have been hysterical, and I blew it. I guess I should just always record. You never know what I might have come out. Mother Nature. What did I do? That I've done a long time ago. There's some other stuff we did a long time ago. What else? This light chop is confusing because I landed at an airport with the speed of 9 knots and it didn't work. So somebody online said just manually do winds at like 15 knots and then you get a bunch of achievements. So that's okay. ILS we did. I was able to finally get ILS and G1000 to work. I had to do it manually, and I had to go and get the stuff off the web and everything. It wasn't built into the sim, so that was kind of annoying, but whatever. Otherwise, a lot of this stuff is really hard to get, like the 300-mile thing, and this looks like fun. So anyway, this gives me a whole bunch of flight ideas to do, as well as these things, as well as regular A to B GA flights with the occasional IFR. That's how this works. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about there, right? Yes, okay, so let's get out of this. For those of you who skipped ahead, welcome back, because I've been putting table of contents in my videos since I can with the YouTube's new thing now. Those of you, welcome back. Let's go back to the welcome screen, and let's get some animals going. So I was going to jump right into What time zone does it think I'm in? It's late, but it's not 12:51 a.m. real life right now. Anyway, I know why, because that's what I did in Japan earlier. Anyway, okay, so I want to do some animals. I was going to jump right in and do some grizzly bears because people are doing elephants and giraffes online all over the place, but no one's doing grizzly bears. However, it dawned on me that the grizzly bears are probably harder to find because of the forestry and stuff, I'm thinking. So what I was going to do, just for the interest of time, because we've already done this completely manually, is I'm actually going to set up a custom waypoint here and see if I can get the computer or the FMS to at least draw a line towards this area. Oh, by the way, if you click on a real life plane, you can get the flight number and Google it, and it'll tell you what it is and where it's going, by the way. That's kind of cool. Anyway, so I'm going to try to do that. Like, we're going to put in a waypoint and then another airport just to get the FMS to put a little pink line. Because like I said, we already did it manually where we'd fly out for animals and never found anything. And I don't want to waste your time, and I frankly don't have time of my own to waste. So even though this is what is that, double 36, maybe 7 miles, nautical miles away, and it's before the ocean, if we take off here, we still probably won't find them. That being said, they are on the move too. So what I found out is this is where their home base is, but they roam around. Now we could just start the airplane right here. It'll start like 1,000 feet in the air or something. But I don't want to do that. I want to start at an airport. The Icon A5, it is my favorite airplane of all. I used to fly this in X-Plane 10, maybe 11, even though I think it was an X-Plane 9 model, so it was terrible, so I didn't fly much, but I love this thing. I've been flying this thing in the sim a lot. We're going to keep it. Liveries, I've got all these installed. Oh my gosh. I kind of like this last one a lot, but I also like the lime. So we're going to keep the lime. Weight and balance. It doesn't say for weight and balance. I've lost a bunch of weight just from not eating because I've been busy. And I look like a skinny toothpick again because I'm 6'3" and something, and I'm like 180. My kids tease me because they can see my ribs. Anyway, you did not need to know that. What the heck's going on? All you new people. This is how this channel works. My friend's with me. I think she's 137. That's funny. That says we weigh too much. I guess we got to drop the baggage then. And just go to 6 pounds. 6 pounds. That's still too much. Oh, she does not weigh 130. That's why. There you go. I didn't see that. Don't tell her I put her in as a... Yeah, anyway. All right, 137. Soaking wet. All right, here we go. Fuel should be good. Failures. I still have everything off. I used to the sim, then I'll turn them on. ATC options with the latest update. All your stuff should save. I showed you how to do this. All you can just look here. It's not hard. It's just, it was tricky to find at first, and no one knew about it. There you go. All right, back up. I'm going to set this as our departure, and we're going to zoom into details. Whoa. Got my way. And I guess we can go like that. Parking. That'll be our departure. Thank you. Conditions. I've just been doing live weather for everything. Just because I can. 275 knots. That's fine. Hey, this, a lot of times this and this are very different. They actually agree. There's nothing going on today. We're already 10 minutes into this because I won't shut my mouth. Okay, that's all we need to do though. Middle of the day. We can turn on the clouds if we want to, right? Isn't there clouds? There it is. I mean, clouds would be in the sim. This ticket to see the clouds, right? Well, guys, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's shut up. Let's shut up and fly a plane. Oh, that weather looks gross. We might have to customize the weather so that we can see what we're doing. Anyway, here we go. Let's hop in. All right, so we're outside the A5. Let's take the drone out a little bit. Oh my goodness. I don't know how we're gonna find bears. The bears. I don't know how we're gonna find them looking like this. So I'm taking a screenshot, by the way. Turn that frame rate counter back on until we're used to it. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna find bears in this weather. So for the first time, I mean, that's gorgeous and everything, but seriously, that's not going to work. So for the first time ever, let's make the weather happy. Should we do few clouds? Oh, do you do the birds? I'm going to crank this up. See, I normally play with my game volume so low, I normally miss all this. So if I start yelling, it's because I'm turning up my game volume so I can enjoy it. What do we got for clouds? Bottoms. Ooh, that's way too low. Let's bring them up a little bit here. Altitude bottom. Can we make this like 6,000? Just so it's out of the way. There we go. Just so they're out of the way. Okay. 3:58 p.m. or 14:58. Good enough. Are there any winds? Yeah, there's that wind. Let's make it really like negligible, like not even, can't even tell. All right. Good. Close that up. Okie dokie. Are we ready to hop back into our plane? Let's go down here. And let's go inside. Oops, gotta push that button first. There we go. Okay, there's a checklist, but it's so tiny. It's like, doesn't even do anything. Electro equipment off, yeah. Master switch is down here, isn't it? No, it isn't. It's under. It's down here on this one. Yeah. Master switch is on. Fuel valve is. Where is that? Is it? It's in a weird spot. Is it up here? Yep. Turn that on. Done. Next. Strobe's on. Strobe. There you are. You gotta click that. Throttle open a 1/2 inch. Like so. Ignition. Start. Now I gotta turn my game volume down. That is blasting my eardrums out. Alrighty. Throttle set to 2,000. We're at 2,600. Come back to 2,000. There we go. Oil pressure right there. It is green. Good. Engine run up. Greater than 2,500 until the alternator light goes out, which there, it's not even on. Test them and make sure they all work. Yeah. Except my tooltip is in the way. There we go. That's good. Alrighty. Bring that back. Exterior lights, which I guess we can do nav and taxi right now. Don't know what that is inoperable anyway. That's inoperable. Water rudder, because remember you can do both water and land. I just love this thing so much. Here, power level back to idle. There we go. That's it. See, so then you just do your own checklist stuff if you want to. Nothing in the nav log. Oh yeah, that's going to them. Okay, so we go heading of 312. Actually, there's a nav log, right? Heading of 312, which I don't think this tells you anything because everything is over here. You've got this, which why is it showing us water? That normally works. There it is. It's loading apparently. Oofta, there we go. So the way this works, let me just tell you, because not many people fly this. Apparently this has like a bad reputation in the flight sim world. I don't know why. People tease people who fly it. I don't know why. This thing is amazing. It's perfect to go really, really, really slowly in sightsee. We'll come back to that log. So your 6-pack is kind of different. You have an altitude. Now this is thousands, so you barely can see 100 there. And let's actually set our barometer right now. Alrighty. Airspeed, obviously, your attitude indicator, fuel, engine stuff like a car, and RPMs, right? And then you can turn up your lights if you want to. It actually works. Let's see. There's that for that. That's a piece of cake. Over here, you have your map, which is not touchscreen. It's half touchscreen, half not. So there we go. We're just going to fly right up to there. Again, if you move it, you can center it just like everything else in the simulator. I like 3D vision though. This gives you your heading, your time, your altitude, and your, no, that's your altitude, speed, altitude, and where you are in relation to your GPS track within 5 nautical miles on both sides. Alrighty, piece of cake. You have a flight plan in here if you want it. You can do nearest airport if you want it. You can get back to your menus. I mean, this is awesome. I love this thing so much. This doesn't do anything. It's all touchscreen. So there you go. So that's your instrument panel, super simple. Down here you've got stuff to play with. Flaps. Remember, you can do water or land. And up here was just the simple parachute, which doesn't do anything, by the way. I tried. I thought it did because I got like arrows. Doesn't do anything. Fuses and fuel. And then we have looks out the window, hey mister, and fueling station. So there you go, super simple. Let's get first set of flaps down. Oh, then between the seats is just your throttle control and trim. The way 3D vision is nice because of the mountains, but we actually need the map for this. So somewhere in here are the bears. Now we will get those markers, the fauna markers, the point of interest markers, which are helpful, but only within a couple miles, depending on what you're looking for. Some of the animals is only like a mile, nautical mile. We do have the smart cam, which is S for now on my keyboard. I'm going to change that. So when we get close to them, we can go like this, look at them. But that's later. So let's hop outside and go to drone version here and see where we're headed. We're going to go to our right and take off. Oh, that's easy. Let's reset the drone, and actually go to the outside camera because it's different. And away we go. And nearly 20 minutes into this thing, we're actually going to fly a plane now. But remember what we talked about before. See, covering his head because it's so loud. We've talked about it many times before and explained that flight sim isn't just being in the air doing stuff, right? All the ground stuff counts, all the pre-flight stuff counts, and then because of the nature of this channel, all the chitter chatter counts. So it all counts. All right, let's hop in here and get my view going. But I just love this plane so much. Oh, you do not have a VSI. You have an AOA, which is angle of attack. So there's no VSI in this. Alrighty, I don't think we need 2 sets of flaps for this. But we are going to spool up back here. And there you go. Oh, I also turned on the sensitivity on my rudder pedals because I was going crazy. So my sensitivity on my rudder pedals is turned down 35%, and my sensitivity on my yoke, the elevators, is 36%. Ailerons are default. All right, there we go. Pop off the ground. There we go. And flaps up. It's going to unfloat, so you got to be careful. And gear coming up. See where it says in transit, and then I'll switch to water. Check it out in a second here. It'll go blue. There you go. See? Alrighty. We need to turn around. I think we'll take the water along the mountains, and then we'll cut over, because otherwise we're going to have to circle a lot to get into the mountains. Because there's this valley here, but we're going to have to, this will be tricky to navigate. So we're just going to take the mountains around, which would be around here, and then start looking for the bears in here. If we don't see anything out here, we'll come down. But that's what we're going to do. So we will see bears in this video, even if I have to record it different times and splice it together. But that is my plan. So if there's autopilot in this, I haven't found it. I haven't seen it. I mean, it's obviously not down there. It's not up here, and it's not there. So I do not see an autopilot, which is the only bummer about this, because it's really hard to sightsee without autopilot. That being said, you can operate a drone if you don't have autopilot. The problem is you have no control. See, I'm moving all my stuff and nothing's happening. So you have to come back here. So you would have to do active pause to you'd have to do active pause in order to move the drone around, because there's not a pilot. So that's the story with that. How gorgeous. Look at that road down there. Very nice. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. We are doing 90 knots, so we're moving at a pretty good clip. Everything is wide open as long as our temperatures are fine. Our RPMs are kind of in the yellow, but I have engine stress turned off for now. And we're just going to fly along until we see some bears. So as far as sightseeing goes, your sightseeing until you get to the bears is just going to be exterior view, because I can't operate the airplane and the drone. It won't let you at the same time. You can operate the drone, but your airplane will crash. And I don't want active pause to look around, because then it's just wasting time. So, okie dokie, I'm going to give you a couple minutes or something of sightseeing here while we look for some bears. And we're aiming for this area here to start with. And hopefully we see something. We're going to see something. I'll see you in a little bit. Well, never mind. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. In fact, they're exactly where we're headed. Good. So we actually did something right this time. So there they are. That came into view about 6 nautical miles away, which is farther than I expected. Now that being said, doesn't mean they're there. They could be roaming. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly to them and try to find them. So we're going to come and load them in it. And then I'm going to active pause the aircraft. And then we can take the drone out and go visit them. So we can actually fly the drone right up down in their faces and see them up close. We can move along with them, watch them walk, that type of thing. You'll see what I mean when we get there. So we got 4 nautical miles left. Let's start coming down, because what are we at? We are at 3,700 feet. And we're not going to be able to see anything from this high. So let's just start coming down already and see what we can see. This looks gorgeous. Now remember, this is Bing data, so this is, you know, photos of the real world of this area. So this is what it looks like. I bet they just roam around this ice patch right there. Alright, we're going to lose some speed and altitude here. More like lose some altitude and gain some speed, because that's how it works. And then we're just going to kind of, yeah, they're moving. Do you see them moving? We're just going to kind of visit them. So like I said, we'll get close. We'll do a very close flyby. And then we will, look how fast they're moving too. We'll do a very close flyby, and then we will pause and then have a look at them. But while we're here, let's have a look over there. Isn't that amazing? Out to the ocean. Remember, this is a little part of the little tail sticking down of what's it called? Alaska. All right, they're on the move. They must be hunting or going back to their dens or something. Obviously can't see anything yet because they're too high, but we are going to come back. How cool is this? All right, they've moved a long way. Because when we first spotted them, they were in the woods. Now they've come across. All right, let's see here. Hopefully we can start slowing down at the same time so we can do our flyby. Look at that. I'm kind of distracted by the mountains in the background, though, to be honest. Making it kind of difficult. So the reason why we have this turned on is we never would have, well, now that we know they are, they'd be here, but we never would have found them, you know, without that. Because we would be going through too high and too fast. We never would have spotted those bears. I mean, we still don't see them, and we're 500 above sea level. Let's get a set of flaps so we can slow down. But we're only like 100 above the ground. So there they are. So there's no way we would have seen them. Look at the mountain in the background too, by the way. 2 set of flaps. We can look at our shadow. Look at they're on the move. Hey guys, see, we never would have seen them from the air. All right, let's get a little bit of speed going and some flaps up here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Anything else up there? More bears? Nope. All right, flaps up. Let's start getting some altitude, and we'll come back and we'll fly the drone. I'm looking at the little mountains in the background. Those right there. Then there are mountains that are off the screen now. All right. Where are our friends? Did we lose sight of them? No, they're there. They're just walking around. Okay. Are we safe enough? Let's get a little more altitude. just because when you do active pause, funky things do happen when you return to the aircraft, just so you know. It's kind of buggy. Alright, so here we go. We're going to active pause. Actually, I'm not. I'm fighting it kind of a bit. Let's active pause. See how much we come back. Let's go outside. That's not what I wanted. Let's reset the drone. Why is it stuck? Hang on. It's stuck in external mode. There we go. Alright, it got stuck. Let's reset this. And let's go for a little... Come on. Let's go for a little flyby here. And this way, so many controls. And I have cats trying to bang into my thing. So can I speed this up? I know you can speed up the sideways ones. Can I speed up this? Yep, there we go. Alright, so the way this works, if you want to hang out with your buddies, is you come down like this. Oh, it's the leader that's there. There we go. So, well, that's a terrible sound, the airplane. So, we're not just going to sit here like a nature program. We're going to walk with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slow down the cameras by hitting what I have mapped as F5 and F7 on my keyboard. That's what I've mapped them to be. Alrighty. And then speed up just a little bit. And then you just start walking with them, see? And come down. You can just walk around with the bears. Oh, there's one. Oh, he's out. Oh, let's speed up. There you go. Speed up a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. See? Then you can just walk with them. Hey, buddy, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, oh, we don't have anything for you. Oh, we don't have anything for you. How cool is that? See? Then we gotta speed up because he's outpacing us. Oh, they're all outpacing us. And now we can hang out with the bears. Fly our drone around. And let's take a screenshot, I think. Even though it's just their rear ends, but whatever. We'll get a better one. Let's speed up. Hey, buddy. Hey, whoa, watch out. Look at that detail. This is a flight simulator, folks. And look at that detail. Coming right for us, aren't you? Oh, boy. Ooh. You just ran into the camera, buddy. See? Then they just must walk around. Walk around all day long. Isn't that so cool? But not just the animals. Look at this grass. Look at this grass. What the heck? Look at that. That's a good screenshot. We'll make it look like we're being careful here. Isn't that so awesome? Alright, so there we go. It's like a nature program. A little group of bears. How come I can't think of what a group of bear is called? It's not a herd. I'm sure there's a fancy name for it. But I don't know. But anyway, you can see how if we didn't have the marker turned on, there's no way we would have found these guys. Alrighty, well, let's hop back in the aircraft. We might as well land it, but we'll land in the water. So we're going to reset. Here we go. Hang on. Whoa. There we go. Let's hop inside. Now we're going to turn off active pause in a moment, but while we're doing this, we're going to aim here for the airport, but I think we're going to land in the water next to it, because why not? So here we go. Reset our view a couple times and undo active pause and get ready, because you never know what's going to happen. See, you got to be careful. You never know what's going to happen when you come out of active pause. So what are we doing? We're turning to the left. I'm tempted to fly through this valley and come out through here. Think we can do it? I know it's been a long video already. So when I upload it, I'll put like the animal part and then the flyback part if people want to skip around. But anyway, can we see them at all? I know we have the marker turned off, but you see them down there? Yep. There they are. They turned around. They're walking on their track. Very cool. Alrighty. I'll get those flaps in now, probably. Alright, let's hop inside. Although this is a cool view, too. Well, so is that. Everything is cool. Alright, here we go. We're at 1,000 feet. Let's just fly down this valley and get a little bit more sightseeing in while we return, and then we'll land in the water next to the whatchamacallit. It'll give me a chance to try out this water rudder too. I haven't had a chance to try that yet. Hopefully it works. I'll see in a moment. Alright, so we're going to come down here in a moment. The reason why I want to talk through this pass is because the winds, when you get too close to terrain like this, are supposed to make you go kind of nuts. And they do in this simulator. In X-Plane they don't, but in this simulator they actually do. So it's interesting how, in a lot of ways, X-Plane is a better simulator, but there are little tiny things like winds aloft or winds when you get too close to terrain that are better in this one. So very interesting. Unfortunately, I think I do a good enough job staying in a safe place that we're not going to get those winds. So let's cut really close to this one here, and you might be able to see how the winds affect us. It happened earlier. I did a test off camera, and it really did go bonkers when we got too close. Although we might be still safely high enough that it's not going to happen. Let's see here if we can get it to make us go crazy. No, we're going to miss it. Well, maybe we still can. Or maybe I have those winds turned down enough. That is not going to happen either. But I do know earlier I had World Weather turned on. I got too close to mountains and it was really hard to control, like it's supposed to be. But maybe because my weather's made very safe right now, it's not going to affect us so much. But anyway, it does happen, I promise. So anyway, we're going to come down and we're going to land by this airport. Let me zoom this in a little bit. There we go, so we can see exactly where the airport is, which is right there. We'll do a flyover because we're going fast anyway. Then we need to land far enough out in the water that we can make it back safely without skidding onto the land, because we're on brakes, right? And I want to go to test a water rudder. I did try this at another airport earlier, and my landing was awesome, except I was going so fast that we just went right on shore and like skidded on bare metal across like a whole bunch of pavement. It was pretty funny. So let's not do that this time. Let's see where we can land, and we'll figure this out. First set of flaps down. Oh wow, gorgeous scenery too. It is an eye candy machine, isn't it? Yeah, this is definitely the GA simulator for me anyway. I don't know why when I do different views that it kind of stalls sometimes. With the frame rate counter, everything is way nice and high. Yeah, we're above 50, so I don't know what's going on. Actually, let's keep that on for now. Alrighty, a little fast for an approach, but I want to see where we're headed here. Let's look out this window. Let's land here and taxi there. So let's see how we're going to do this. Let's actually not speed up. Let's just kind of keep it nice and easy. about 60 to 65. Those are not official numbers. We're just going to fly around and take in everything while we set this up. Then we're going to come in from way down here, approach from way over here to the right, and then just touch down and taxi however long it takes. Alright, so look down. We have first set of flaps. We're going to keep it that way. And then we've got the landing gear on the blue, which is water, and gear up. We're at 60. We'll do a second set of flaps here in a minute. And then we'll come in for our landing. Let's get our eye on the target first of all. So, come around the corner here. And there we go. I believe our runway is right out here. So we want to land and then taxi over to that end. So we're just going to hold off a little bit yet. Just a little bit. Very hard to do a lot of water landings in real life. Second set of flaps. I don't know a whole lot about realistic water landings. Water is calm. If we had high winds, then we should have high waves, I think. One other thing too while we're coming in here is I flew through some heavy storms off camera, but I didn't see rain droplets, even though I have them turned on, so I'm not exactly sure what that was all about. Alrighty, so in real life you would look to the right and pick a spot so you would know how high you are off the ground. We don't have that luxury here without peripheral vision, so we're just going to come down like this and just hopefully we don't stall because I don't know how high we are. Do a super light angle of attack. There it is. And then water rudder. There we go. And that should give, move the mouse, that should give us, because we don't have brakes obviously, right? So we're just going to let the water rudder grab on. Then we should be able to taxi on over. Yep, going exactly where I was hoping to. Very nice. Let's look outside since we can. Oh, look at that. That's a screenshot. Let's reset that camera though. Flaps can come in, I guess. Although, I think the flaps rules are different. Oh my, don't sink. I think the flap rules are different in the water. I'm not sure. Wow, I'm taking so many screenshots of this flight. Alrighty, so let's taxi here. Water rudder is working. Oh yes, water rudder is working beautifully. I love the waves. I wonder what this would be like if it were super high waves though. Might be uncontrollable, not sure. Alright, looks like this would be good enough. So let's get off the water here. And let's see how this is gonna work. Let's hop outside. Oh, that glare. Wow, look how the water goes a little bit over the edge. Look at that. Look at this. You can actually see how it gets shallow under the water. Isn't that just insane? Look at this. It doesn't instantly become shore. That is crazy. We need a screenshot of that. Look at that. The reflections in the water. See that? And then the shore sneaks up. It doesn't instantly become shore. That is just incredible. What's going to happen when we touch those? Are you going to register as a crash? I hope not. How far can we go before it stops? You ready? Any second now. We should probably bring the water rudder up. There, it stopped. All right, let's bring the water rudder up. And let's see if we can go farther. Can we go farther? Nope. It's stuck. Okay, that's fine. Parking brake, I guess. Alright, what do we need to do? That's it. Let's turn this off, I guess. There's no shutdown checklist, so turn that off. Smack my microphone. Turn off the fuel on my yoke and then turn it off here as well. And come down here, I guess. So we never had the landing lights on because I was too excited about everything else. Oh well. Anything else? There was this too. There we go. Whoa. What? Okay, that was weird. So when I turned the master off, it like went to the menu. I didn't touch anything, I swear. I didn't even let's hop outside in drone mode. Look at that. We can just sit like this. Take screenshots all day. Oh, my frame rate counter's back on. I guess I did that. Alrighty, look at this. Screenshot, screenshot. This is ridiculous. Alright, let's hop up a little bit and have a look around. So hopefully you enjoyed the flight. I certainly did. I'm still trying to figure out how to do my intros and outros with the new camera system. But that's okay. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know it got to be really long, but that's just how it is. And if you're new here, stick around and subscribe and share with your friends and all that jazz. Hit the like button, leave a comment to play the YouTube algorithm game. I really enjoyed this flight, even more than I thought I would. Hopefully you did too, and I'll see you next time.